You didn't run a marathon today. You didn't work a double shift. You didn't carry anything heavy. But by 4 p.m., you were completely done. Empty, flat, like something invisible had been slowly draining you all day. And the worst part? You can't even explain why. Because from the outside, nothing happened. But inside, something always is. This is the quiet exhaustion that Gen Z carries. Not from doing too much, from feeling too much, too constantly, without a break. You wake up, and before your feet touch the floor, your brain is already running. A notification, a memory from last night, a conversation you haven't had yet, but already rehearsed. You scroll, not for fun, almost automatically. And somewhere between the news and a stranger's highlight reel, something in you quietly deflates. You sit in class or at work, and you look fine, but internally you're processing 100 invisible things. What people think, what you should be doing, who you're supposed to become. Psychologists call this cognitive load. It's the total weight your working memory carries at any given moment. And for Gen Z, that load never fully resets. This affects everything. Your motivation, your relationships, your ability to feel joy in small things. You start to wonder if something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you, but something is happening to you. This tiredness isn't weakness. It isn't laziness or entitlement like older generations sometimes suggest. It's your nervous system responding rationally to an irrational amount of input. You were never designed to be available to the entire world every hour, every day. No human nervous system was. This exhaustion is an adaptation signal. Your brain is telling you the environment is too loud, not that you are too fragile. Here's what's actually happening inside. Your brain has a system called the default mode network. It's the part that activates when you're supposed to be resting. It processes emotions, reflects on identity, imagines the future. In healthy conditions, it gets time to run quietly in the background, like a computer doing maintenance at night. But when you're constantly consuming content, switching contexts, and staying socially alert, that maintenance never happens. The default mode network gets interrupted over and over, and the emotional processing that should happen during rest stays unfinished. Think of it like loading tabs you never close. You open 10, 20, 30. The browser doesn't crash immediately, but it slows, it heats up. Eventually, it freezes. That freeze, that's your 4 p.m. emptiness. There's also something called allostatic load. It's the cumulative wear on your body and brain from ongoing low-grade stress. Not one big crisis, just constant low-level pressure that never fully switches off. For Gen Z, that pressure has a name: ambient anxiety. The feeling that something is always slightly wrong, even when everything is technically fine. So, what do you actually do with this? First, name the invisible labor. At the end of each day, write down not what you did, but what you managed emotionally. Did you navigate a tense message, suppress a feeling in public, perform okayness? This makes the invisible visible, and what you can see, you can stop underestimating. Psychology calls this emotional labeling. It activates the prefrontal cortex and quietly reduces the intensity of whatever you've been carrying. Second, create a real transition ritual. Your brain needs a signal that one context has ended and another has begun. A 5-minute walk, a specific song, making tea. Not because it's magical, but because repetition builds a neural cue that tells your nervous system the performance is over. You're safe now. Third, reduce ambient input, not just screen time. It's not only about hours on your phone, it's about the texture of what you consume. High-conflict content keeps your threat detection system activated even after you close the app. Replace one consumption window per day with something that has no social stakes. A walk with no podcast. Silence with no task. Fourth, protect your restoration windows. Your default mode network needs uninterrupted time to process. This isn't meditation necessarily, it's just undirected time. Lying down without a goal, staring out a window, daydreaming. Research shows this kind of rest is where emotional integration actually happens. Fifth, stop measuring rest by productivity. Your brain was conditioned to feel guilty for doing nothing, but neurologically, rest is not empty time. It is active recovery. Reframe it. You are not wasting time, you are closing the tabs. Here's the one thing to remember from all of this. You are not a machine that breaks down from overuse. You are a browser that crashes from too many open tabs. The solution isn't to work less, it's to close tabs intentionally. Name the emotional labor. Create transitions. Protect undirected time. The world will keep telling Gen Z to push harder, do more, optimize everything. But your exhaustion isn't a failure of effort, it's a failure of recovery. You are not behind, you are not broken. You are just a human being running in an environment that was never designed for human beings. And the first step to feeling less tired is simply understanding why you're tired in the first place. Now you do.